Hello, everybody. Welcome to Straight Betting. I got two plays for today, but we got to do a little recap of yesterday. Chet did not play, so our only play was Shea over 43.5 PRA, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, man. SGA, the MVP of the league. He shot 7 for 29 against the Clippers. And let's give the Clippers credit, guys, because Shea is obviously an amazing player. He's the MVP for a reason. He's a great player, tough shot maker. Clippers definitely did, make him take some tough shots and stuff. But thing is, guys, Shea, he's MVP for a reason, right? He usually takes and makes tough shots, and I swear, I really don't think I saw him make a tough shot at all last night. So yeah, guys, I mean, if Shea shoots 10 for 29, he goes over. That just doesn't happen. It's fine. That's gambling though, right? It was a good bet. All you do really when you're researching is you want to try to project volume, you want to try to project usage, try to project minutes. And I feel like we were pretty spot on right there, right? I mean, we got the minutes right. You got the close game. He played 37 minutes. He just didn't shoot the ball well. That happens. It's gambling. So we're moving on to today. Before I give out these first two picks, guys, just make sure to like and sub to the channel if you enjoy this free content. Just goes a long way to, helping me be able to do this in the long run. First official play, fellas, we are fading Nick Richards under 18.5 points and rebounds, -114 at FanDuel. First filter I'm going to use is with Devin Booker. Obviously, we don't give a shit about his Hornets games, nothing like that. Before I apply more filters, though, I'm going to head over to Oso Ighodaro, do games with Nick Richards. Guys, if you don't know Oso, he just played 44 minutes. He's a rookie center. He was a +15 in a win against the Cavs. Look, this was a great win for the Suns, and he was going up against Mobley and Allen, playing 44 minutes, holding your own, impacting, winning. This game was without Nick Richards, obviously, but Oso, anyways, with Nick Richards, let's quick pull that up. He, Nick Richards, also had played 23, 26, and 20 minutes over the last 3 games to Nick Richards, and I really think that he just is earning the trust of Bud, and this last game specifically against the Cavs, I think that he's pretty penciled in for 24 minutes or so tonight. And why this is important, right? It's because Oso and Nick, they're both centers. They're not going to share the floor. Mason Plumlee, who was out for some of those games, is actually back tonight too. So now they have 3 centers who can't share the floor. They're all, very, very live to see the floor tonight. So yeah, I really think that Nick Richards is probably only going to play 22 minutes or something. But if everything goes wrong for this Nick Richards under, I still think that he has an absolute ceiling of 28 minutes or so. So let's head back over to Nick Richards, right? We got with Devin Booker. Like I said, I see a ceiling, an absolute ceiling of 28 minutes. So we're going with less than 28 minutes. And then, guys, the Bucks, great paint defense. So this is shot frequency from less than 10 feet over the last 10 games. Lowest shot frequency, which is great. Nick Richards only really takes shots there. Go to the restricted area. Fewest points per game allowed in the restricted area over the last 10 as well. And then just overall points in the paint, 3rd fewest. Obviously, guys, you got Brook Lopez playing drop coverage. Nick Richards is very reliant on scoring at the rim. He does not have good touch. He's not a great scorer, any of that stuff. So yeah, Brook Lopez, Giannis is going to make it very tough for him to score down low in the paint. So that's going to be the next filter we're going to use, right? Opponent points in the paint allowed. Like I said, Bucks 3rd fewest last 10. I think on the year they're 5th fewest, but been in really good form recently. We're just going to take out the bottom feeders, right? If you're bottom 10 in points in the paint allowed, we're going to take you out. And look at this now, guys. So with Devin Booker, basically just to filter it with the Suns and stuff, with 28 or less minutes, and then opponent points in the paint allowed, so basically just not a bottom 10 in an opponent points in the paint allowed. He is under in 12 out of 16 games. He's only averaging 15.3 points and rebounds in these games as well. And guys, this is the beauty of props madness, right? You can pull up a guy like Nick Richards and be like, okay, Nick, all you do is score in the paint. Let's see how you fare against teams that aren't horrendous at defending the paint, right? Oh, wow. So he goes under more than he doesn't. And it's just little stuff like this, right? You can do this for every single scoring zone, 3-pointers, mid-range, stuff like that. You can do it for all the play types. How do they fare against teams that, play drop coverage and allow a lot of points to pick and roll handlers? So yeah, guys, Props Madness really just has absolutely everything. It's the best researching tool on the market. And yeah, make sure to use code SB25 to get you 25% off if you are interested in trying it out. Play number 2, guys, taking LeBron over 22.5 points to GOAT. He's getting 23. To be honest, guys, this is a pretty simple reasoning, right? So we're on the filter with Luka, with Austin Reeves. There's been 10 games. He's averaging 25.1 points per game in these games. Obviously, the miss against the Bulls, they lost by 30. It makes sense. Celtics, he got hurt. He shot 0 for 3 from the stripe and 0 for 6 from deep. So just couldn't throw anything in the hole besides a little layup or something, but still had 22, just 1 point shy. And then the Jazz, another weird game. This was a game before the All-Star break. So I think they might have been like a little bit checked out, but he did stay under there. So the game against the Bulls, big thing is, guys, he played 31 minutes, 18 first half minutes. Obviously, he only ended up with 31 because they got blown out. But in a close game, he's not on a minute restriction. He's going to play his 36 or 37 minutes. Of course, got a pretty competitive game environment going on. Lakers are only 4-point favorites against the Magic. Magic are a very tough, scrappy team. It's in Orlando, so I do really think this game stays close. So projecting him for 35 minutes, obviously you got to take a little bit of blowout stuff in there. He is averaging 24.7 points per game per 35 minutes in games with Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. So 24.7 points. You think that in a neutral matchup, right? His line would be 24.5. So now we have to kind of dig into the matchup a little bit. We go down here with Orlando, right? They're allowing the fewest points per game to spot up on the year. Guys, this team does not really overhelp at all. As you can see in post-up situations, or to post-ups, they're allowing the fourth most points per game on the year. Isolation, 6th most points per game on the year. Pick and roll ball handler, it's like 13th most on the year, so even like a little below average there. And then free throws, guys, they foul a ton. So 5th most free throw attempts allowed on the season. I believe last 10, it's 3rd most too. I could be wrong there, but I think it's around there. So yeah, guys, schematically, Orlando is just going to, let LeBron do his thing one-on-one. They're not going to overhelp a ton. So I feel like it's a pretty good matchup there. But the thing is, guys, Orlando, they are, a very slow-paced team. They are a pretty good overall team defense too. So we got a plus schematic matchup, but like kind of bad with like the pace and all that stuff. So I'd say it's a pretty neutral matchup. And like what I just said before I started yapping about all this stuff is that in a neutral matchup, his line should probably be 24.5. So we're getting a 22.5 line. Like I said, I'd make this 24.5. I think we get a decent edge going on right here. So 2 official plays. We're taking LeBron over 22.5 points. We're taking Nick Richards under 18.5 points and rebounds. And guys, I know when I was talking about LeBron there, Nick Richards was displayed. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I got to stream in like 30 minutes or so. I got to get this edited up to YouTube. And I have been fucking up on this shit all morning. Like this was, I think, attempt number 4. And like, it's a very simple process. And it was just like little brain farts that I kept on screwing up on. So yeah, I apologize for that. But I was like, okay, I thought I did a pretty good reasoning on LeBron. I'm just going to leave it there. So yeah. If you enjoyed this stuff, one last reminder, guys, make sure to like and sub, and I'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day, and best of luck on your bets.